What I want to know about the results, first of all, is that my field outputs work well. So as you can see here, I have my stress, my strain, and also the coordinates both on nodes and the integration points, which means that what I did with the, where is it? With the keywords edition worked very well to get my coordinates on the integration points. And here, well, just to see the results like this, you can go in here, press here free edges, and for example here the deformation scale in 1, just to not see the all the mesh. Okay, the results that we want are going to be the main stress, the tensile stress, or well, the stress on the x-axis, but not in this increment, but I'm going to come here to the max and choose the last increment. In this increment, you can see here we have the tensile stress. Also, another value that we need is going to be the S12, which is going to be the tangential stress, also in this increment. And last but not least, we're going to have S22, which is going to be the contact pressure, which doesn't change that much between this between the last increment of the contact and the max and min steps, but for good measure we're going to select it on the in the last step, or well, the last increment of the contact step, which is in here. We have some ways to do this, but here, for example, I can create a path via a node list. Here I have the contact, the last frame, and the S22. I'm going to tell it to graph it with this x coordinate. And as you can see, I have here the graph, a similar graph than the one that I got earlier. I am here, I can save it. I don't know, S22. And then, for example, if I want only the maximum value, I can go here to edit and go just to the center of the graph that is around here and get the value of the stress. I have all the values of the stresses with the coordinates, and I can use this to graph it, for example, on Excel, Python, or another thing. Another way that you can do this that is a little bit more tedious, let's say it, is creating the field output. For example, here I want the x coordinate and also the S22. I'm going to select the element set plane contact. I will save them. There are going to be a lot of values, but with these values what I can do is just create and operate on XY data. Here on operate XY data, what I can do is append, use append, just to save all the values of the coordinates in one XY data. For example, well, let me get all of to the bottom of the chord here. It didn't work. Again, last one, the first one, and with shift, double click, it will select all of the chord XY data. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to save it as chord. And then I'm going to use another append. Going to use another append to get all the stress data. Until the end, double click, save as S22. And then with this data, I'm going to erase this here. I can just use this other feature in here, that is combine. With combine, I can just go in here, select the chord and then the S22 to create the graph, but not based on, for example here, that is based on time, but based on the coordinate. The only problem of doing it like this is that it is not going to be correctly distributed. It is not going to be like in order, but it is going to be more accurate since it is going to get the integration point values of the stresses. So for example, let's go try to find the middle. Here, for example, this is the middle, this is the value that we got. However, if you thought that this was tedious, it kinda is. So I have developed a little, wait a minute, I'm not going to group the children and I'm going to erase all this data.